So over here in this big rectangular patch, we're doing our tomatoes, and we are very slowly but surely getting more down as they're ready to go down. The hardening off process um, has been good. We've just been impatient. Over here, I've got my table of herbs. It's been 10 days since my last garden journal. A lot of these I am way out of season for, I think. So I don't know that they'll go down. I actually sowed other seeds in here, like tomato seeds. So back up. These are the next round of tomatoes that my husband's going to be putting down. And then in this rectangle, we've got our pepper plants, our priority. But we've got other things littered through there too. I've got a keen bean, green bean. I've got sunflowers popping up. So pretty. I have got the Sugar Daddy peas, more King Bane, Kentucky Wonder, I think. Just going down this whole strip here on the side until we get back to some more sunflowers. And these are the Mammoth sunflowers. And I did put down a few more, a little late. But over here, a friend of ours gave us some seeds for smaller sunflowers that are just going to be beautiful pollinators, and we will use the seed uh, for chicken feed. I still need to put something down this row here. I had originally put down uh, bush beans, the wax ones, the yellow wax. I don't remember what they were called. But we put them down too hastily, and the last freeze came through and took all but just like a few of these out that I had put around the yard. So I just need to do another round of those. Over here, when I realized that the chickens would really like the seeds off of those little sunflowers, I came out and laid even more of them down. I put them all down this patch, and then I put more over here with the regular mammoth sunflowers that we had laid down and also went through a freeze. So that's why they're yellow and puny and dying off. But we're going to have all these really beautiful little sunflowers popping up there. Just all over. This patch here, we still haven't sown anything in this. I need to get more corn and okra seeds, and once I get those, I will lay them down. This patch right here, these are our potatoes. There's also some ginger root in there somewhere. This is another example of the bush bean mistake. We didn't get any but that one right there to pop up. So I will just have to order some more, and I want to do a bush bean patch, bush bean line, and then a bush bean in this one right here as well. You can kind of see the bush bean. We'll get to it. This patch here, we pivoted and went with the cucumber lemon plants because they were our best producers last year. Didn't have a whole lot of them germinate, but I think we had plenty. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 4 of them down there, and they were really awesome producers last year. We had a lot of trouble with cucumbers coming out all wonky shaped, but these were pretty hands off and came out great every time. Now down this row here, we have got some yellow squash, and down this row here we've got it's called Jasper zucchini, I believe. Just one, just about only one popped up in all of them. That was going to be for bush beans. Um, we're still putting our peppers in over here. We should be able to hold at least 60 pepper plants in this whole area. Now here, we went ahead and sowed butternut squash because butternut squash is supposed to be resistant to, what was it, the vine borer or something like that. I'd have to double check it. Um, and my husband just really fought those with this, the squash last year. So we went with butternut and we'll see how it goes. This here is really awesome. This is our corn patch. And this section down here, we actually found an old half rotted corn cob from our patch last year that was stuck in the mulch bed. And it looked pretty rough, all of it did. But I am now seeing there's one there. I see a little head over here. They're just a couple right now, but I think we're going to get some out of it. So that's exciting because we weren't expecting that. So praise Yah. Now over here, we have got a bunch more tomato starters, looks like. We have got our giant mulch piles that were completely free, praise God. And in these cups, we have got more rounds of squash, zucchini, melons, cucumbers, and maybe a few more tomatoes down there as well. I've got a spinach right there I gotta find a place for. And this is our salad and carrot bin currently. And I have been harvesting out of these beds about, I don't know, three or four times in the past week. Just taking one or two off of each set, and it just makes up more than you would think it would. We are still sifting some dirt over here and moving it into this bin where we will amend it and then put in a few more things. I've got a whole round of asparagus that needs to go in. I'll show you because they're looking not so great. We got some getting watered. I definitely am purchasing most of my herbs for this year, just because I need them and I love them. They're wonderful and they're just slow coming in the garden. I'm growing my own also, but I need to have some to actively harvest off of. And with all the money we're going to be saving on, tomatoes and green beans and squash and corn and okra and all that, I can afford to grab, a few of these starters, no problem, from the store. All right, so over here you can see I've got 3 more Brussels sprouts that need to go and find a home. We have got Jupiter. Jupiter. What is it, Miss Ma'am? We have got a lot of starters, some ready to go in the ground. Actually, I think all of them are ready to go in the ground. We just need to find places for them. A lot of these are dinky, really sad and dinky. It really messed up on my watering. So next year I know how important it is to water from the bottom, man. I've got these greens here, which I'm thinking about adding some more into this bin, or I might pull all of this out of this bin and put an herb. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to put a new herb in this one because I just purchased me another rosemary. This one produces and grows so slowly. I honestly think I'm going to buy like 5 of these at least from the store this year and just try not to touch a couple of them because they're perennials and they'll grow year after year after year. But if you harvest off them in the first year, they'll just never be able to keep up. So I have to get multiple ones this year. So in that green pot there, I've got one of mine that I started from seed. It's a sage. Those popped up and are doing very well. This is oregano, thyme, rosemary, curly parsley, and lemon balm. And this has been a wonderful producer. I've been making a lot of teas out of it. It's been great. And this here is our grapevine, which is much larger than it was last growing season. Like it's getting larger faster, and I think it's because I put fresh soil over the top of the dirt and amended it, and then I covered it with the mulch to help hold in the moisture. And I've been trying to water it a little bit longer, and I think my issue. I'm learning, you guys. I'm learning how to water my plants. I am guilty of underwatering. So here's some more of our peppers and tomato plants. I mean, some of the tomato plants just look absolutely beautiful. Specifically, like these Dr. Weish, um, they did very well. They germinated very well. It was a local seed we got from the library. It's going to be a big old yellow tomato. Very, very excited about it. Um, oh, and also 10 days ago in my last garden journal, I showed you guys the suckers that were on the big rainbow in the back. Well, here they are now. My husband has plucked them off and put them in damp soil that we're keeping good and damp so that they'll root into it. And we will have 2 whole new established big rainbow tomato plants. And big rainbows are the ones that produce up to 2-pound tomatoes. And they're beautiful. They're like red and yellow and orange looking. Very pretty. The most exciting part of the garden this week, or of the homestead, I guess I should say, have been these chickadees. We received 6 full-size 2-year-old laying hens from my neighbor so graciously for free, praise Yah. And we have received, I believe, like 13 eggs from them this week. I mean, it's been like 3 or 4 days already. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm just so very, very, very thankful for these girls. Um, so lots of chickens. How can you not look out over this and just not be filled with so much thankfulness and praise towards our Creator for this good, good design that He's made for us and given to us so freely. Praise Yah. Thank you, Father, for all this. And thank you guys for coming and checking it out with me.